When playing the trombone, it's important to sit with proper posture, as we discussed in the first video. When holding the trombone, there are a few important tips that will allow you to maintain good posture. First, let's review from the posture video. Sit on the front third of your chair with your back away from the back of the chair. Sit with your feet flat on the floor, about shoulder width apart, with your ankles directly below your knees. Sit tall with an elongated spine, but keep your shoulders relaxed. It's important to be comfortable in this position, so practice sitting like this every time you play your instrument. First, watch as Irving demonstrates the proper way to hold the trombone. Then we will do this together. Sitting on the front part of his chair, Irving picks up the trombone and places the end peg on the ground between his feet. He then gently attaches the mouthpiece, giving it a 1/4 turn to be sure the mouthpiece is securely set in the receiver. We're going to set each hand of the trombone separately, starting with the left hand. First, while holding both braces with his right hand, he holds his left hand up and forms an L shape with his thumb and index finger. Next, he hooks the thumb onto the brace on the bell section near the slide receiver. Finally, he will wrap his last 3 fingers around the brace on the inner slide near the bell section receiver, and place his index finger on the top of the mouthpiece receiver. Now try this with Irving. Sitting on the front part of your chair, pick up the trombone and place the end peg on the ground between your feet. Gently place your mouthpiece in the receiver, giving it 1/4 turn to be sure the mouthpiece is securely set in the receiver. First, hold both braces on the slide with your right hand. Then hold your left hand up and form an L shape with your thumb and index finger. Next, hook the thumb onto the brace on the bell section near the slide receiver. Wrap your last 3 fingers around the brace on the inner slide near the bell section receiver, and place your index finger on the top of the mouthpiece receiver. You can move your right hand out of the way to set your left hand properly. Now press pause and practice setting your left hand correctly a few times without picking up the instrument. Now watch as Irving adds his right hand to the trombone. First, he will make a backwards L using his first 2 fingers and his thumb. Then he moves his first 2 fingers to meet his thumb, keeping his fingers fairly straight. Now he moves his hand to the brace on the outer slide and grabs the brace between those 2 fingers and his thumb, with the thumb on the top side. Next, he slides those fingers to the intersection of the brace and slide near the bell section receiver. His last 2 fingers remain tucked in and out of the way. Now try this with Irving. First, with your right hand, make a backwards L using your first 2 fingers and thumb. Then move your first 2 fingers to meet your thumb, keeping your fingers fairly straight. Now move your hand to the brace on the outer slide and grab the brace between those 2 fingers and your thumb, with the thumb on the top side. Next, slide those fingers to the intersection of the brace and slide near the bell section receiver closest to you. Your last 2 fingers should remain tucked in and out of the way. Now press pause and practice this a few times, remembering these important steps. Now it's time to place the trombone in playing position. First, watch Irving as he demonstrates this. Notice that he brings the trombone up to his mouth. He does not lean forward to set the trombone, as this causes posture and breathing issues. Also notice that the mouthpiece is placed flush against the lips. This results in a slightly downward angle to the trombone slide, but not too low. Also notice that the bell section is resting on the side of his neck. This is one of the balance points for the trombone. Finally, notice that the bell section and the slide section form a V when placed correctly. You do not want the bell section flat on your shoulder. You don't want the slide section flat either. When set properly, the slide and the bell will form a V. Now let's try this together. First, hold the instrument with the end peg on the ground using proper hand position. Now bring the trombone up and place the mouthpiece on your mouth at the proper angle. Your head should be up and the slide should be aimed slightly downward. Make sure the bell section is resting against your neck and the bell and slide are forming a V. In this position, your left hand and neck should control and support the trombone. While the right hand will help balance the trombone, it should not be supporting the weight of the trombone, as it will need to be free to move to change slide positions. Now bring the trombone back down. Let's try that one more time. Sit with proper posture with the end peg on the floor with correct hand position. This is called ready position. In this position, it's important to sit on the front part of your chair so your slide does not hit your chair and get dented. Now, sitting with proper posture, bring the instrument up to you and place the mouthpiece correctly. This is called playing position. Bring it back down. Now practice sitting correctly in ready position and going to playing position several times. Each time you practice, focus on these essential elements of playing position. Sit with proper posture. Feet flat on the floor with your ankles directly below your knees. Back off the back of the chair, sitting with an elongated spine. Sit on the front part of your chair to avoid denting your slide. Relax your shoulders. Set your hands correctly. Bring the trombone to you. Place the mouthpiece correctly. Do not hunch over to reach the mouthpiece. The slide should have a slight downward angle. Rest the bell section against your neck. The bell and slide should form a V. Support the trombone with your left hand. Sitting with proper posture in ready position and playing position is an important aspect of playing the trombone.